I'm very happy to hear all the stories the athletes are telling about things their coaches did for them. Unfortunately, I won't mention this to the NCAA. No, the rules have changed. But I'm here tonight to present to you Ernestine Russell Weaver, Ernie as we know her. Ernie competed in women's gymnastics at Michigan State when we did not have a formal team, and therefore she competed unattached. Many of her accomplishments are in your program tonight. I'd like to just highlight a few of them for you. Ernie was fortunate enough during her college days to have won 12 national titles, 9 of which were in her native Canada and 3 in the United States. In addition, she was the first woman gymnast to represent her country, Canada, in the Olympic Games, and she participated in 2 Olympic Games representing Canada. She also won 5 Pan American gold medals, and in women's gymnastics we have 4 events plus the all-around, which is a accumulation of the other 4 events. She won all 5 gold medals in the Pan American Games while she was still a student at Michigan State University. Having graduated from Michigan State, she began a career in coaching. I was fortunate enough when I was at the University of Massachusetts Amherst as a women's gymnastics coach to have coached teams against Ernie's Clarion State University teams. Her Clarion team went on to win 2 national titles, and we were fortunate at the University of Massachusetts to have won 1, and she never let me forget that. When I came to Michigan State University and started coaching teams here, Ernie left Clarion and went to the University of Florida as a head coach and promoted the team there also to a national title. Ernie called me up right after taking the job at Florida and said, you know, we'd really like to begin a rivalry with some of the top teams in the country. We were fortunate that year to be ranked 8th. And she said, we'd like to have you come down to Florida for a dual meet. This is pre-gender equity days. And I said, Ernie, we don't have that kind of money in our budget. She said, there's no problem. We'll take care of all your expenses. And similar to the blanket in the summer at Tiger Stadium, what she had done, she was very smart. She had a woman named Wendy Thomas as her team manager. Some people don't know it, but Wendy Thomas is the Wendy from Wendy's hamburger chain, and they financed our trip. And to this day, the Michigan State University, University of Florida matches still take place on an annual basis. Ernie this year retired from the University of Florida. Her husband took the job as the athletic director at UNLV, a very famous school in NCAA history. And unfortunately, Ernie couldn't be with us this evening. Tomorrow is the first home game for UNLV, and she and her husband are hosting a party tonight at their home, and she's responsible for making sure no one takes any photos during the hot tub sessions. It's a little humor. Ernie has a great sense of humor. I'm sure she'd appreciate that. Ernie also is the first collegiate coach to have coached 2 different teams to national titles, both Clarion State University, as I mentioned, and the University of Florida. She's also the first women gymnastics coach to be named Coach of the Year twice. She's also the shortest person to have won the award, she told me, so I just wanted to mention that. It's with great honor that I present her to the Hall of Fame, and accepting the award for her is our athletic director, Marilee Baker. It's appropriate that Marilee accept for Ernie because all 3 of us were women's gymnastics coaches in the same part of the country at the same time. Thank you.
But I want to tell you that neither Ernie nor I together talk as fast as Michael. Ernie asked me to express her gratitude to everyone. I've known her for the last 20 years. We both were involved as national gymnastics judges in this country and Olympic trials judges. And Michigan State is a place and a group of people that's near and dear to her. If it were not for Jim's responsibilities tonight as a brand new athletics director at UNLV, she said she would not have missed this evening for anything. On behalf of her, I accept this award, and I will share with her, try to capture with her the joy with which it was presented tonight. Thank you.